Hey guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to apply two different kinds of false lashes. The kinds that I'm going to be working with today are first the strips, and then the other kind are the individuals, the little pieces. The one that I just dropped I have two different kinds here. There's the short ones and then there's medium length ones. They also have long ones, but the longs are like long, like really long. So I don't buy the long ones. I usually just use short and medium. And obviously the strip lashes, there's all different kinds, all different brands, all different like styles, but I just use some like basic ones. They're like, look like this. They're pretty natural looking, but obviously whatever kind of look you're going for, you can get whatever kind of different style that goes with your look, whatever you're feeling that day. But I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on how to do the different kinds. I'm going to do a strip on one side and individuals on the other side, so you guys can see how to apply the different ones and how, you know, what the differences are, what they look like, different tips and tricks for them. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So the first ones I'm going to be talking about are the strip lashes. There's a couple of different ways to prepare your strip lashes before you get them on your eye. So the first thing you want to do is obviously take them out of the package, and you want to be really careful with them so that you don't get them all like wonky. So what I like to do, let me see if I can do this so you guys can see it. I like to just take them off with my thumb. I'll get it on there like this and just really gently pull them off. Because if you take it and like yank it, you might kind of make it funky when you take it off, and you want to keep them as straight and or curved, I guess, but you guys get what I'm saying. You don't want to just yank them out of the package. So once you get them off, the first thing you want to do is measure them on your eye. Like, before you put any glue on them, you just want to take them, and how they look in the package, that's the side that you're going to start with. So when we have it right here, this is going to go to this eye, this one's going to go to this eye, and you can usually tell because the inner corner of one of them is like shorter little lashes, because you don't want the long edge to be on the inner corner of your eye, or else it's gonna like poke your nose all day. So you want to just take the side that has the shorter tapered lashes. That's the side that's going to go on your inner corner. So with these, the first thing I'm going to do is just set them gently on my eye to measure where I need to cut them, because most of the time, like you see here, they're gonna be longer than your eye, so you're gonna cut that piece off. You always want to cut the outer corner of the lashes when you measure them, and not the inner corner, because like I said, you want the inner corner to have the shorter lashes, and if you cut that off, then you're only having the longer lashes on the inner corner of your eye. So when you measure them and you cut them, you want to cut from the outer corner. So where I like to have them, I don't like my strip lashes to be all the way in. I like them to start about here and not all the way in, because like I said, when you get them too far into your tear duct, they can really bug you and annoy you, and they'll start to like flip up. And so I like to start them about here, and it's not going to look weird. It's not going to look like your lashes started too far out, because remember, you still have natural lashes that are in there, so this is going to be just fine. So I like to put them right there and see how far I need to cut. And I'm probably going to cut about here. So I take them off and just cut off a small piece of that outer corner. So I've trimmed that outer corner off, and now it's time to make them a little pliable. So when they're in the package, they can be really stiff, and you want to just take them and kind of like move them around, get them nice and pliable, so that when you put them on your eye, they don't just like stick up. You want them to be nice and like molded and like movable, so that they will more easily stick to the curvature of your eye. So I like to just take them and really gently like move them around. Sometimes I'll take it and like stick them around my finger like this and like get them nice and warm. And just like get your body heat on them so that they're nice and like bendy. Bendy, we'll go with bendy. So now that I've got them nice and pliable, now it's time to put some glue on. And I like to use this Duo eyelash adhesive that you can find anywhere. And there's two different kinds. There's the one that goes on white and dries clear, and then there's a kind that dries black. And so if you're wearing black eyeliner, then that could be a plus, but it's my preference to use the one that dries clear, because if you aren't as experienced with putting on eyelashes, the one that is black glue can get a little messy. So I like to just stay on the safe side and get the one that dries clear. And then once the glue is dried, you'll put more eyeliner over the top to hide the glue and to hide the shininess of the lashes. And so I just like to go with the one that dries clear. So you're going to hold the lash in your fingers and then take some of the glue and do just a thin strip along the edge, and make sure that it's a nice even strip of glue, that it gets all the way to the outer edges and doesn't stop short. Now you don't need a whole lot of glue, but enough to really keep it on your eye. I'll show you. This is how much I like to put on mine. And the key to getting your eyelashes to stick, a huge, really important part of this, is to let the glue dry on the lashes for between 30 and 45 seconds, so that it's not super, I'm like wiggling because I'm like shaking this dry. But that way it's not still liquidy. You want it to be tacky. That way when you stick it on your eye, it just like sticks right in the place that you put it. It doesn't like smush around. So I'm gonna wait 30 to 45 seconds for these to dry, and then I'm gonna pop them on. So now that it's been about 45 seconds, I'm going to hold on to my lashes with my tweezers and then pop them on from the middle first. And then once the middle is stuck, then I like to take and do the inner corner and then the outer corner. So I just take them like this. And I like to have my mirror below me so that I can be looking down into the mirror so that my eyes are facing down and it's easier to put the lashes on. So I pop them on and get them as close to the root of my natural lashes as I can. And then I take one of the corners and pop it on, and then take the other corner and pop it on. And then once they're on there, I just like to take my tweezers and squeeze them together with my natural lashes so that I know that they're as close to the root of my natural lashes as they possibly can be. The lashes do sit on top of your natural ones, but you want them to be as close to them as possible to get the most natural look. And then I like to just take my finger and like push them in. And as long as you've let the glue dry long enough before you pop them on, this should be a cinch. So now that these are dry, you can see the difference from one side of my face to the other side, the one that has lashes and the one that doesn't. It just really makes a huge difference in your makeup. It just makes it so much more pretty and makes your eyes pop so much more, and they're so easy to apply. So I really suggest doing this. I'll zoom in so you guys can really see, and then there's this is the side, obviously, with the lashes, and then this side is just my natural lashes. and you can really tell the difference. So the last thing that I do after the glue is dried, when I look down, you can kind of see the clear strip of glue. And so I just like to add a little bit of whichever eyeliner I was using right over the top of them. So I'm just going to quickly do that. So now on this eye, I'm going to show you how to apply the individual lashes. They do take a little bit longer, but they are a little more natural looking and way more natural feeling. So depending on your preference and what you're looking for, these might be a good fit for you as well. One of the differences in these type of lashes is you don't have to wait 30 to 45 seconds for the glue to dry on these, because once you just pop them on, there's no really like messing with them. You've already popped on the one and it's gonna sit there, and once you pop on the next one, it's not connected to that one, so it's not really gonna move it around too much. If you're doing them super close together, then you might wait a little bit, but you don't have to. And so these can be a little faster, but you have to really get used to them. So if you buy these and you're practicing with them, don't get discouraged if you can't get them right away. I learned how to pop these on several years ago when I was in makeup school, and even going to school, like, it took me a while to get used to these. So if you're a makeup artist, it's super like easy to pop these on other people, so that might be a good option for you. But if you've learned for so long how to pop them on other people and then you try and do it on yourself, it's backwards, you know, so you have to kind of reteach yourself. But don't get discouraged with these. It takes a little bit of practice, and the first time you put them on, it's probably going to take you like 20 or 30 minutes because you're not used to it yet. But give it some time, give it some extra practice, and you will totally love these, because once you get them on, you can't feel them at all. They're super natural feeling and really natural looking. So the reason that I have the two different lengths is because I like to use just one or two of the short ones in the inner corner to get the same tapered effect as the strips have. So I'm going to just take a little bit of glue and put a little on my hand so that I can dip the heads of the lashes in here. And so I'm going to take my general number that I like to use is 10 individual lashes total on my whole eye. So I take 2 of the short ones and just, here we go, pop them on my hand like this. And then I take 8 or so of the medium ones and stick those on my hand as well. That way I have them ready and I don't have to be messing with them in the package in the middle of putting them on my eye. And again, I'm using my tweezers, and I'm going to grab the lash and then dip it in the glue. So I get just a tiny bit of glue on there. And then this is the short one. So there's 2 short ones. I'm gonna put, how can I make sure you guys see this? Put it right on the inner corner and just slide it in until it's touching the root of my natural lashes. So it's on. I take the back of my tweezers and just kind of like push it in, or my finger, and push it in, make sure it's on there. And then I go to the next one and do the same thing. So you see where those 2 are sitting. And now I'm going to start putting on the medium length ones. And I just get them right up close to each other. And just slide it into the root. So now that the glue has dried on the individual side, I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the strip side and just take a little bit of eyeliner and go over the top to hide the root where the glue was. So now that I have both eyes done, you can definitely compare the two. This is the side that are strips and this is the side that are the individuals. These are a lot more natural looking because they're not all just like a perfect, they're not like perfectly perfect lashes, but they do give you a lot of length and you can really control the volume because you can control how many you want to put and how many, how close together you want to put them. Whereas the strips, you have to, you control it by buying the style that you want. So depending on the look that you're going for, you may like the, you know, the way that a strip lash looks, or you may want to have a little more control over it by doing the individuals. Another, well, you can compare the two and then I'll zoom you out so you're not just talking to my eyes here. Here are the strips and here are the individuals. So I want to really quickly just go into some pros and cons about the different types of lashes. So definitely a pro of the strip lashes is that they are a lot faster to apply, and as long as you wait for that glue to dry for a full like 30 to 45 seconds, you're going to pop them on super easily and they're not going to like slide around on you. But if you don't wait long enough, they are definitely going to be a slippery, slidey mess. So as long as you wait for that glue to dry, they're super easy, super quick to pop on. The individual lashes do take a little bit longer to put on. They take a little more practice to get used to, but they will be a lot more natural feeling. Whereas the strips, you can feel them on your eye. Depending on how well you measured them, how well you glued them, the strip lashes, you can feel them, but you can get really good at getting them as natural feeling as possible. Whereas the individuals, once they're on and dried and good to go, you don't feel them at all. It's like you're not wearing lashes at all, and then you see yourself in the mirror and you're like, hey, you're gorgeous today. So depending on the feeling that you're going for, the look you're going for, you may want to choose individuals or strips. So keep that in mind when you're buying them. Another way to go, if you wanted to go this route, is you can buy, you know, let's say you're in the store and you see a style of strip lashes that you really, really like, but you don't want to be able to like feel them, you know, heavy on your eye all day or all night. You can buy them and then just cut them into, you know, 3 or 4 pieces and then pop them on separately, and you'll get a much more natural feeling lash. So that's another option that you can go with if that's the kind of thing you're looking for. So I really hope this video helped some of you guys. I hope you learned a few tips and tricks about how to apply false lashes. Let me know in the comments below about some videos that you'd like to see coming up next. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It'll really help my channel. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!